Hey guys, it's me, Lisa ASMR. So I did a rant video, and honestly, after I did the video and it was about to be uploaded, I was kind of scared because I was like, oh my gosh, people are probably gonna hate me, and they're probably gonna want to be like, you know what, done with Lisa, bye. And, so I had like a slight anxiety from it and everything. My throat is kind of hurting, but I had the absolute opposite reactions from what I was expecting. So thank you all so much for being so supportive and loving and encouraging, and being so understanding and empathetic and sympathetic. I was not expecting that, and it made my mood a lot better, and it made me realize that even though we personally don't know each other in person, I positively impact you guys' lives, and you positively impact mine, and it makes a huge difference. And I wanted to do a special shout out to Tor Alakin, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. That was so sweet of you. Thank you for your donation. I truly appreciate it, and I'm doing my best to take care of myself. So a few things to tell you guys. So we got to the airport when we landed, and I saw my dad, and I was so angry. And usually I'd be so excited to see my dad, because my dad's I'm a huge daddy's girl, because he was a single father, and he raised me well. Technically my stepmom was there, but we didn't get along very well. So to me, he's a single dad. And so anyways, we get there and I'm like, hey dad, and then I'm really silent on the car ride to the house, and I'm silent while we're eating. And then the next day, he's on the way home, or on the way to his house. When he picked us up from the airport, he asked me if I read his text message about the reasoning why we're not going to see the play and everything. I told him, I was I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't read it. I kind of skimmed it, but I didn't read it. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah. So then the next day we were about to have lunch, and he's like, oh, we went kayaking. It was my first time kayaking ever, and I was feeling a little bit better. I was I finally let my barriers down, and I was alright, visiting family, they paid for my plane ticket, it can be nice. So went kayaking. It was really relaxing, besides a few squabbles with my little sister and parents, but it's fine. Did not flip the kayak, which I was super scared about. Saw some turtles. So then we had lunch. My dad's hold on, stay outside and we're gonna have a talk. I'm okay. And he's I shouldn't have made the decision for everybody. If you and your sister want to go see the Harry Potter play tomorrow, you can. I made a decision because I think about three things: cost, entertainment, and something else. Time. That's what it was. And it wasn't fair for me to make the decision for you. And I was well, I just looked at tickets before we left, and they're all sold out anyways, so I'm good. And he's well, you can wait for the cancellation ticket booth. And I was no, it's fine. We can just all do something together or something. Oh my gosh, my ears hurt. I think I have an ear infection. I always get sick. I hate it. Like, I have such a bad immune system. When I Google urgent care, it says I was there 5 months ago. I'm like, ugh. I know people get sick more often than that, but I can't imagine being you either, because I hate being, like, having to go. It'd be so nice to be healthy for a whole year. But anyways, back to the story. And then I told him, I said, you know what, like, I just don't understand, like, we want to go hiking with you guys, like, I told you that, you say you want us to give you options, you act like we have a choice in the matter for what we do for a birthday celebration, but everything I, like, brought up, like, the 2 things I brought up, you just veto. And he's like, what 2 things? I was like, the Harry Potter play, and then hiking, and then you go and do it with Bethany and Aubrey. It's like a big slap to my face and my sister's face. And he's like, you never said hiking. And I said, yes, I did, Dad. And he's like, no, you never did. He's like, Lauren said that you said you wanted to go to the mountains. And I said, yeah, I wanted to go to the mountains. She told you for me that instead of meeting at one house, instead of going to you or you going to us, which I know you would never do anyways. And he's like, no, we wouldn't. We would go to you. And I said, no, we've already talked about this. We don't need to discuss it again because they won't come to our house. My dad would, but stepmom wouldn't because the dogs. But I said mountains, and he's like, well, it's not hiking. I'm like, when someone suggests mountains, what do you think it's gonna mean? It's gonna mean hiking, like, that's common sense. But, I was like, honestly, like, me and Lauren and I feel like you're just pushing us out. Like, you guys are just pushing us out of the family. And he was like, we're not trying to do that at all. I want you to be happy and stuff. So, that helped me feel better and helped dissipate my anger. And then we went walking, or we went to New York, went to Manhattan, and we went to Brooklyn, and walked the Brooklyn Bridge over to Manhattan, walked to Junior's restaurant. We also went to the High Line Park, I think it's called. Walked that, a bit of it. Junior's has a really good cheesecake. I had their apple crumb cheesecake, and I'm not a fruit fan, but it was so good. And then we walked back towards the bridge, and we took a ferry back to Brooklyn. Took an Uber to the Penn Station to take the train back. And I don't know if you can see, but I think it was too bright. My feet are not soft anymore. Well, I mean, like, they still feel soft, but they're rough looking because my feet hurt after walking like 9 miles. And when I was at the Penn Station, my dad and sister went to get water, and they like hold our seats for us. So then a Hispanic man came up and went to sit down. They don't ask, they just like go to sit, because like, why would you ask me anyways? And I said, I'm sorry, I'm saving the seat for my dad and my sister. And so he just stood up, and he like went back standing straight. I felt so awkward. Like, I don't tell people no, guys. Like, I usually give it up. And then I had a lady that's probably in her 50s, give or take. Well, more likely, give a decade. And she walked up and she started to sit down, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm saving this for my dad and my sister. She kind of looked at me like, I'm your elder, you're supposed to give me the seat. And in my head, like, I'm like all for that. I'm all about offering elders seats. But I stood my ground. And right after, I swear, right after I told her no, she literally just turned around. A big black guy came up. And he was about to sit down. And I was like, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm saving a seat for my sister and my dad. And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm saving a seat for my sister and my dad. And like, I just felt awful. I was like, oh my gosh, like, these people probably think I'm a liar. They all probably think I'm rude. Like, oh my goodness. So then my sister and my dad come back, and like 30 seconds after I tell that guy no. And because I'm so nervous and I feel so awkward, I bust out laughing, and I was like, oh my gosh, guys, like, you made me so mean to so many people. I had to tell them no. And the Hispanic guy was like standing not too far away, and he started laughing because I think he knew like I felt awkward. And I looked around, I was like trying to find the other people, like the white old lady. I was like in my head thinking, please see me because I did not lie to you, like this is a real thing. But I don't know if she or the other man saw or not. It's like whatever, and then we had to like rush to their platform. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Our flight got delayed by like 2 hours, and then we had to fly, well, we were supposed to fly 33,000 feet in the air, and then our pilot thought he was going to have to fly 8,000 feet in the air, and then he found out he had to fly 6,000 feet in the air, and he's like, this is my first time ever doing that, especially for so long, and I don't know if we have enough gas. But we did it, and we survived. Yay! I was gonna tell you guys something. I'm getting so tired. Oh, if you guys never had played the board game Pandemic, I bought that for my dad for like Christmas or Father's Day of last year. And we played it when I was there, and it's actually a pretty cool game. You need, I think, like at least 3 players. And I really liked it. Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you guys. So Sunday night, after like a big outing to New York City, or New York, whatever, my sister and I are sharing a room because there's only so many rooms. We're sharing a bed because I told her, like, there's no point one of us taking futon. This bed is big enough for the both of us. I'll stay on my side of the bed and you'll stay on yours. Well, luckily, like, she put pillows between us because the first night she whipped me with her hair and then hit me with her arm. So, we were sleeping, and I suddenly woke up, and this has happened to me before, and it just started last time I went to the doctor and got medicine, so like 5-6 months ago, and never had it happen before that time period. And I woke up and I couldn't see anything. It was pitch black, and I was extremely disoriented, and I had no idea where I was. All I knew was I couldn't find a way out. Like, I woke up and I was laying on my stomach, and I propped myself up right, and I started like touching the wall, and I realized it was on a door, and that scared the crap out of me because in my head, like, it should be a door. I should have a way out, and I don't have a way out, and I'm stuck, and I can't move. I mean, I can move my arms, but I can't move my legs. Like, I can't get off the bed. I can't move to the other side of the bed. I'm just stuck in that, like, area. And so I'm, like, shaking the bed, and I'm, like, pretty sure I'm like hitting the wall. And in my memory, I'm yelling. My sister said I wasn't yelling, I was like whispering. I was like, Lauren, 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 Lauren. And she woke up, she's like, what? And I was like, where's the door? And she's like, over there. And I was like, over where? I was like, turn on your light. Or I was like, over there. And she's over there. I was like, can you turn on the light? Because like when she started to talk, it was like I remembered where I was. And I started remembering where I was, but I couldn't remember. Like I knew it was safe. I didn't really remember where I was because I would have known where the door was. I knew it was safe because she was with me. And it started to calm me down. And then she turned on her light and I found the way out. And it was really, really scary. When I did it, I think the last time I did it, when I was taking the medicine, I was only like a 5 or 10 day medicine. I did it 3 or 4 of those days. And I just thought it was medicine, so it's like it's no big deal. But ever since then, like I've been doing it randomly. Few and far between, luckily, but randomly. And there was one time I woke up in this room, and I've been living in this bedroom for a year and 3-4 months now, so I know this bedroom, I know this house pretty well. So I woke up, and I reached out, and I couldn't find the door. And so I twisted around, and I touched the headboard, and it wasn't a door. That headboard right there. And I reached, and I couldn't find anything. And I started, like, in my head, screaming. But probably not if my sister said I was whispering that yet on Silent Sunday. I was like, help, help, I can't get out, help me, and help me find a way out. Like, I literally thought I was, like, kidnapped or stuck or something. Like, I had no idea where I was. And, I just kept, like, punching the wall, and I felt like my eyes well up. I was about to start, like, bawling my eyes out because I had no way of figuring out how to get out. And then, somehow, I am so lucky. Because, like I said, like, my legs are, like, they can't move. Like, I'm stuck to the bed. And I, like, moved my arm, and I hit my nightstand, and I felt my phone. And I don't understand, like, how I can be so disoriented, but I can remember to shake my phone to turn on the flashlight so I can see and find a door. But I did. So do any of you ever have those experiences? How do you handle it? How do you keep it from happening again? My stepmom and my sister suggest that I should use a night light, which I'm not afraid of the dark, but if that's what's going to keep me from, like, having huge anxiety attacks at night when I wake up, then I might have to look into that. As, you know, it's not even embarrassing because it's something I can't help. But as weird as that sounds, I guess, I know I should be shamed for, like, having to try and make themselves better. But yeah, that is what happened to me this weekend. What did y'all do for the weekend? Hope you all have a wonderful night. I am about to pass out because I have to go to work tomorrow. And I have to get my new trays for my teeth. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell my top teeth are a little bit straighter. My bottom teeth, I have no idea. They're pretty jacked up. But thank you all again for being so kind and supportive. And thank you, Tor. And treat others how you would like to be treated. Much love. Mwah. Bye.